conquered some rogue minds, choked on heavy lines, blocked back sunshine, stroked on metal tines. I've lost rap 7 times, brought back several rhymes. Death in the 7th seal, cut you off smacking your prime. He who collects the chess pieces rests easiest. Rappers vying to be the cheesiest, the young Jeeziest. Please your soul next, crane over my projects. You funny, not even Nick Cage could get next. Vexed at external tragedy, though I take it lavishly. Convinced I was a bad MC, but life is going to pattern me. Those who try to stab at me can just stay that mad at me. Cause on the mic I babble without honor or humanity. I plug you before I plug your ears. Make them wonder if you ever was there. Like Berenstain Bears, true voices keep talking even when nobody hears. 2 choices, bob your head or cut off your bloody ears. And you better bob it to the 1s and 3s. Out of time, bobbing at the venue really bothers me. Bottom line, rhyming to stay out of the red. Wishing you could be the one I can't get out of my head. I conquered some rogue minds, choked on heavy lines, blocked back sunshine, stroked on metal tines. I've lost rap 7 times, brought back several rhymes. Death in the 7th seal, cut you off smacking your prime. I've tried every type of tea, leaves me with no choice. I've tried every type of voice, figured out who to be. I'm all of them, none false, like lying on questionnaires. I'm trying if you care, if not I'll still be here. Starving, so I'm rapping like a learner. Re-enter rhyme with such a speed I might burn up. My last album sold so much my mom got nervous. Made Apple turn on the secret, more powerful service. If you're here for that, I'm gonna curve you. Spin you like a globe, stop it, ask my parents where they wanna go. Help them pay off the house, I was raised there. Our green is thin, the government still wanna grow.
Wait a minute. Hey, Spencer. What's going on, my guy?
Darby. Whoa.
Oh.
All right, my people, look,
Oh.
listen, sorry. I'm sorry we're late. I apologize for being late.
Let me tell you something.
My wife was walking the dogs, and my badass little white dog, this little chicken head right here, decided that he was going to run away.
Wait a minute. Hey. Yeah, and then at
Take
the same
this and
time,
be publicly shamed, Tito. Here you go.
and at the
Isn't
same
he not
time,
adorable though?
hey, he's pretty cute. I feel like he'd be more cute had he not derailed everything, but that's okay. Somehow, at the same time, I also had the issue of the stream died, then came back to life, but on a different link. So I'm not sure exactly
We
what
are
happened.
in all kinds of.
We're
I
in
got
deep
water. The 1 week I'm prepared with water, everything else went wrong.
You can't have water anymore. You got to drink. Well, I'll tell you what. It's a healthy
about
thing
tea?
to have
Can I-
water.
can
It's
I
got to
have
be
tea?
something else. Tea, yeah. Maybe do green tea, some sort of healthy alternative. But I don't know. Green tea always makes my throat dry.
You know what I don't like?
What's that?
I don't like peach tea. I am not a fan of peach.
Yeah, it's too
flavored
much. It's too much.
I will eat an actual peach, but peach flavored stuff, not the biggest fan of, to be honest.
It's like Oreo ice cream. It's two sweet things on top of each other. I can't handle it.
But, well, I can handle that because my favorite ice cream is cookies and cream. So.
Yeah, see, I'm not for it. Callie's all about it. But hey, what's going on, everyone that is watching the stream afterwards? We have one live person. What's going on, Trey? Glad to have you here tonight, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a lovely evening. Hopefully you and Nolan are just cuddling and watching us and having a good time. We're going to talk some
What's
football
up on your
tonight.
TV? There's a game still going on right now.
There is. Is it the
The good
Fighting
old Campbell
Camels?
Camels
The Campbell Fighting Camels.
and
This
the
is a
Coastal
real...
Carolina Chanticleers.
No, that's not really the name of that team.
I swear to you, they play on a turquoise turf too.
You made that up.
Chanticleers. I swear, it's like a big bird thing. I don't
Absolutely
know what it is.
not. This cannot be a thing.
Chanticleers. I swear. Dude, they won the College World Series like 3 years ago.
Chanticleers.
Chanticleers.
Wow.
Chantileers.
For those of you at home, you should be able to see my screen right now. I'm sharing.
And they're playing the Camels tonight. 2 of the most unique
yeah.
mascot names in the history.
Unbelievable. I just want to see their
In the
logo.
history.
Can I just get their logo, please? Coastal Carolina. No. Here we go. Let's do. Actually, I want to show the Campbell Camels logo.
The Campbell Camels logo is freaking great. I want this on a t-shirt. And they wear orange, like their color scheme is orange because they're wearing all orange uniforms tonight.
Yeah. This right here, this is a logo. For those of you at home.
Daryl, can I tell you about one of the most unique mascots in college football that you might not be aware of?
I would love to hear that, actually.
The University of California, Santa Cruz Banana Slugs. I am not kidding.
It really
You
does
can
feel
look
like
it
you
up.
just straight up made that up.
I did not. UC Santa Cruz Banana Slugs.
UC Santa Cruz Banana Slugs. This is really a thing.
not-
Dude, do you
not-
want a hat? Oh my god, they have an
I want-
animal snail. They have an animal snail latex, full mask, adult Halloween. This is insane. If you want to, oh, actually, just
It's
kidding.
real good.
It's just a banana slug. This has nothing to do with the team. But if you were a really big banana slug fan, the Santa Cruz banana fan. That's a lot of words. I'm trying to say all at one time. If
The
you're really
UC
that big of a
Santa
fan,
Cruz banana slugs.
if you're
That
really that big of a
costume
fan,
looks
you can
great.
do
I
it.
just saw that pop up.
I want their logo. The slugs.
UC Santa Cruz banana slugs.
I can't believe this is really a thing. Dude, look at that. Look how buff their slug is. Hold on, I don't want to save this. I just want to open it in a new tab. Hang on. Open it in a new tab.
That's an unprecedented sentence.
That is a buff slug right there. All right.
Yeah, no one's ever said that before.
Yeah, for real. That is new territory we are breaking down.
If you're just joining us, welcome to the Game Day Dinner Podcast.
Yes,
it was Hash Browns and Hash Marks YouTube channel.
Formerly the Game Day Breakfast.
Yeah, but we record at night now, so it's the Game Day Dinner. Look at that.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, that's
it's a tiny bit of
beat that in a dark alley.
No, you don't. There's a tiny bit of a delay, just so you guys know. So, Spencer, when you react to things, I've already reacted to it. It may or may not still be on screen, but you guys know what he's talking about.
I'm also watching our own stream. That's how.
Yeah, unfortunately, there is a way to do it. There's like some sort of app I found out that you can share.
It's called Two Screens, and I don't have two screens.
Two screens as well. That would help. But the big thing is that there would be no delay. I think is it. I want to say Periscope, but I know it's not that. It's something that starts with a P. That's like several syllables.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Periscope is a live streaming service from Twitter. I think Twitter owns Periscope.
Maybe it is then. I don't know. Well, anyways, we're here to talk college football, are we not?
We are here to talk about college football. And I love the title that you gave this one, the Sun Belt Conference, because boy, howdy, does that what happened this past Saturday. If you weren't watching, we had the Sun Belt Conference played the Big 12 Conference 3 times and went 3-0. The biggest of which being the now newly ranked number 19 Louisiana Lafayette Ragin' Cajuns beat the formerly number 23 ranked Iowa State Cyclones in Ames, Iowa. It was a road game, and they beat them by, it was 31-14. And
let me tell you something, man. That is big boy football.
Shocked the hell out of me because I'm a big believer in Brock Purdy. I'm a big believer in Iowa State, but this is 2020.
You know what it was?
Happened.
The Raging Cajuns played a man defense, and they were talking about that the entire game. That is not something that Iowa State is used to seeing, and we're going to talk about this later when we go into the play that I'm going to be analyzing this week. The Big 12. One of the reasons that the defenses are so often zone is because there is so much passing, there is so much being spread out that you sort of just have to be able to cover every route, under, over, everywhere. The Raging Cajuns ran a lot of man, and they were basically just keeping with a lot of these guys. Brock Purdy was shut down. He's used to seeing man in practice. He's used to seeing man all season. It was a mismatch in a lot of different ways. So that's why they were able to hang around. And of course, let's be honest, they were very fortunate. They had the punt return and a kick return in the same game.
They have a much better running offense than Iowa State was ready for. And we said last week when we recorded, I was like, Iowa State, watch out. Raging Cajuns are for real. This team is for real. And
I should have given more credit.
I should have given him more credit. I almost picked him. Like we were talking about the other day, you said you should have picked him. I almost picked him too. I was like, this is going to be the upset. There was a game that was supposed to happen this year, but because COVID got canceled, that I was going to pick a major upset for. But anyway, we can talk about that. Remember when North Dakota State was supposed to play Oregon at Oregon?
Yes.
I was going to pick North Dakota State to win that game because Oregon was supposed to go 2-0.
Really?
Oregon was supposed to play Ohio State the next week. So I thought they were going to be looking forward to Ohio State.
They're going to overlook them.
You can't overlook North Dakota State because they're like the best FCS team. Like you don't win 7 of 8 national championships for no reason.
Yeah, I mean that's like the number one team.
It's a shame they're not playing this year. They're playing one game against Central Arkansas this year.
Yeah, it really is. It's sad.
I really hope Trey Lance doesn't go to the draft yet. It would be his smartest decision to go to the draft. Because you don't come off a year where you scored 42 touchdowns and threw 0 interceptions and took your team to a national championship and not declare for the draft.
Absolutely.
I wish he would stay.
it's a year for a lot of very difficult decisions for players because you have to be real. You have to understand, are we even going to get a full football season? What's the point in going out and not playing for a championship when I could already sort of just say I've got my draft stock ready? There's a lot of factors to think about. So I fully understand those that are opting out. It's disappointing, obviously, for fans, but it's one of those things where you have to respect the money is in the NFL, and if your draft stock is where you think it should be and you think you're going to go in the first couple of rounds and you think you're going to get play time, if you think you're going to make a team for a practice squad, absolutely.
100%.
Trey who? Sorry, Trey. Trey, this is the chat.
But also, I don't know if you saw this week, the quarterback at Michigan, Dylan McCaffrey, has opted out of this season, is going to transfer, which brought up a very interesting thought. He has 2 years of eligibility remaining because everybody got an extra year of eligibility regardless of whether or not they played. So it made me think about this. Think about all these people that either transferred last year or are now in a conference, playing for a conference that isn't playing football, or they decided to opt out and they had a year of eligibility left. Now they have 2 years of eligibility. And it's like that thing we were talking about in one of our previous episodes.
A lot of interesting situations are going to come up from that.
Yeah. Well, it was one of the things we were talking about in our previous episode. You're going to get athletes that would not have played together playing together now.
Stacked depth charts,
Next year is going to be crazy. Like this year is crazy, but next year is going to be...
The only thing that's going to be difficult about that is you only have 85 roster spots. So if you keep people, now suddenly you have to have the whole conversation of, listen, we wanted to recruit you, but now we have to observe this person's wishes to stay back. We no longer have a spot. We still are interested in you. Maybe would you like to transfer her to us? So don't be surprised.
Which is going to lead to the recruiting classes looking off for maybe even a couple years.
This is going to have a big ripple. For sure.
Yeah. So there's going to be some teams that get a recruiting class that they may or may not have had before, but because they were a lot of people's maybe second or third choice, and like if I'm a wide receiver, I'm a 5-star wide receiver, I want to go to a place like Clemson or Ohio State or Alabama. But if I have people in front of me like Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle or Justin Ross, although he's not, if I have these type of athletes playing in front of me, I'm not going to go there now because they just got another year of eligibility and they haven't declared for the draft yet. So I'm going to go to my maybe my third choice, which would have been like a Miami or a Louisville. I named those two because they're playing tomorrow. Or like a Kansas State,
right?
I'll get in a minute. Or a Boise State, a TCU, like some of these teams that may have been second, third choice to people, they're going to get these 5-star athletes, and they may never have had 5-star athletes before. So I already think I have a bold prediction about this season. This is going to be the year where a non-Power 5 team makes the playoff. It's going to be one of them. This is going to be the year where it finally happens.
It's very possible.
Because, and we're going to get to this conversation down the road, but I don't think it's going to be very fair if the Big Ten is going to start playing football the weekend of October 23rd and 24th. I don't think it's going to be very fair to the rest of the teams that have already been playing for them to start playing and then they get playoff rankings and they get a chance to be in the playoff.
Yeah, well, and you also have to think about the schedule, right? So, like, all these teams are starting at different times. If the playoffs are going to take place at the same time, how are we going to regulate that? Does the Big 12 stop at a certain
because the SEC
then
doesn't start until next weekend.
Exactly. So we're going to have staggered finishes where the SEC finishes, or the Big 12 finishes, then the SEC finishes, then the Big 10 finishes, and then we do the playoff? Or are we going to cut it off at a certain point, no matter where the Big 10 or the SEC is in their season? That's when the playoffs are going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the SEC and Big 12 have already got their schedules finalized. However, where is the cutoff for Big 10? Are we suddenly going to push the playoff back because of them competing?
I mean, they're definitely going to do that because of the money involved, but I don't think they should.
Well, and I think big thing...
when the initial preseason rankings came out, there were Big 10 teams in, like, the top 10. And I'm like, they're not playing this season. Why are they ranked? Mm-hmm. Which is why it's led to a lot of other teams being ranked in spots they, like, Tennessee is number 15, and if these Big 10 teams and these Pac-12 teams would have been in, Tennessee might not be that high. Louisiana Lafayette is number 19, and Appalachian State's number 23. Although Appalachian State did get to number 20 last season. But I do believe that ULL being ranked number 19 is the highest that a Sun Belt Conference team has ever been ranked in the history of the conference, which is really good for them.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I do think we're going to get it anyway. One of my favorite topics is conference realignment, and the way ULL and Appalachian State have been
Here we go. He always finds a way.
They should, the way they've been playing, the way they've been proving themselves, they should move into the American. Because
It's inevitable. He always finds a way to link something back to conference realignment. It's his favorite topic.
Yeah. I enjoy it. But I really think they should move into the American because the American has proved themselves as the Power 6 conference. I'm going to say that. They have Houston, although Houston's been on a downswing, but they have Memphis, Cincinnati, UCF. So you add Appalachian State and ULL to these, and if we're going to keep this power, let's make it a Power 6 and shuffle some of these conferences around and make every conference have 16 teams. That would be the ideal thing to do. But the math doesn't work out because there's only 130 FBS teams and there's 10 conferences. So if you're going to shuffle stuff around like that, which is why nobody should be independent. But I digress.
Bro, I could tell you like that my cousin was getting braces to like line their teeth up, and you'd be like, realignment? Hold on, I have an idea. I know exactly how. You would give me a full syllabus of exactly how the team should be realigned. I know, man. That feels like a responsibility that you should take on. If you were large and successful and like a part of the NCAA, that I would feel like that would be your expertise.
And I would do it. There's a lot of other factors that go to conference realignment, and I watched a really good video about conference realignment from this channel I discovered. I can't remember the channel name right now. I think it's I don't remember. But he talked about conference realignment, and there's certain conferences that want certain teams because of like their academic standing.
Right.
All of my conference stuff is geography based. So when
That's
I talk
not
about
how it
conference
works,
realignment, yeah, like that's not always how it works because of the school's academic standing and money and all that type of stuff. But if it was up to me, it would be all geographical. Like it would be all geography.
You just want the map to be pretty, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You want it to make sense that way. I understand.
Humans are creatures of patterns and habit, and when the pattern looks good and symmetrical.
Humans are creatures of pattern and habit. Spencer Sonner, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Anyway, you want to talk about the first upset Saturday of the season?
I'm so glad you brought that up. I've been thinking about this all day. I'm so excited because it was not only was it an upset Saturday in that it was teams that it wasn't those ranked teams. Because the past upset Saturday is like number 2 team, number 10 team goes down. This was the best upset Saturday we could have possibly gotten under the circumstances.
Exactly.
We had 3 Power 5 teams lose. In fact, they were all Big 12.
We had 3 Big 12 teams lose to 3 Sun Belt teams.
Which is just one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen. It was so much fun because it just felt, it was 3 underdog stories in the same day.
Yeah.
It was hype. It made the games interesting because ordinarily these are throwaway games, right? You go, okay, of course, Texas is going to steamroll whoever they did. They played UTSA and they won by like 4 touchdowns, I think. Sam Ehlinger had a really good game, but usually you look at these games and you say, oh, this is just someone's going to get steamrolled. This is a squash match, whatever you want to call it. But it was different. It was like we had 3 straight up underdog setups, and suddenly these teams had a chance, and it made for some good ball. It goes to show it's not necessarily like who you're rooting for or who your team is. A lot of times it's just the story of like who's the underdog and are they going to come out and play, you know.
And see, I don't know if you could really call Coastal Carolina beating Kansas like that big of an upset because Kansas is not that good and Coastal Carolina last year. But last year they only beat them 12-7. This year they beat them by a lot. And Les Miles is the coach at Kansas, and as an LSU fan, he's a former coach at LSU. I'm a big believer in Les Miles. I like Les Miles a lot. But Kansas is in a bad shape.
He's got a long way to go.
He has a very long way to go.
He is not the Les Miles of yesteryear, unfortunately.
No, he is not.
But hey, who knows? Maybe he'll have a. Do you know if he still picks up grass and eats the turf off the field?
I don't know, but I hope he does. But I think Kansas has artificial turf, so it probably doesn't taste that good. Probably tastes like plastic. That's a funny story, Daryl. It reminds me of something you told me one time.
What did I tell you?
You went to A&M, well established. You went to A&M, and I talked about that. I didn't know that A&M had like a real grass field at the time, and I was like, A&M should have a turf field so they just wouldn't have to paint it. And you looked at me square in the face, and we're an agricultural school. That would be embarrassing.
Yeah, dude, that would be unacceptable. And I remember those.
Like that completely makes sense, but
yeah, dude, there's whole classes about agriculture and turf science, turf grass science is what they call it.
We literally listened to you get roasted at Jack's rehearsal dinner by Nathan and Trey.
Almost did that for a living, yeah.
Because you went to do turf grass management, and it was some of the funniest jokes I've ever heard in my life.
It was a good time. But
good pizza food, good food
yeah,
too.
that was a lot of fun. My guy, I gotta tell you about my favorite play from last week. Before I get into it, though, did you have a favorite play from last weekend?
Yeah, that long pass that Levi Lewis had against Iowa State.
Oh,
the one when I sent you, I was like, what a pass!
Yes,
it was like 75 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, like I said, man, those games are so entertaining, and they were big time passes.
So I get the feeling you're going to talk about the one Sun Belt over Big 12 upset we haven't talked about yet.
Which one would that be?
That's where your place. That would be the Arkansas State Red Wolves going on the road to Manhattan, Kansas, and beating the Kansas State Wildcats. I love the meme you shared from our Facebook page. That was great.
Yeah, if you guys are watching this, you don't already follow us on Facebook. Be sure to check that out. We have a Facebook page, and it is mediocre AF, but it's there, so check it out. Anyways, it was from that game. My man Jonathan Adams, who, to be real with you, my guy,
in this game.
Went off. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Might be Sun Belt Player of the Year.
Might be. I mean, honestly, he was Player of the Weekend in my opinion. I saw a thing on Twitter.
A lot of people agree with you about that.
I saw a thing on Twitter about how people were asking, who had the better game, and it listed like Sam Ehlinger, and it listed Spencer Rattler, and it had like some of the bigger time names.
But Sam Ehlinger was playing UTSA, and Spencer Rattler was, I don't know who Oklahoma played, but they were playing nobody.
Exactly.
And so, like, in terms of scope, of course, what's this young man's name?
Jonathan Adams.
Adams.
Yes, and
sounds like a president. Wasn't that the name of a president? Was John Adams a president?
John Adams was a president. Hold up, I'm trying to find. I just had the clip pulled up, but it's not wanting to be found. Here we go.
Anyway,
here's my clip.
Jonathan Adams, Arkansas State Red Wolves. That's a cool mascot. Red Wolves is a cool mascot. I like the uniforms they wear. They have a nice font.
Yes, they do.
Their numbers and their lettering on their uniforms is a nice font. And they don't do any crazy outlines or anything like that. It's just flat. It looks good.
Yeah, absolutely. The play I'm picking is Arkansas State is down 28-31, 44 seconds left on the clock. K-State is up. They have just made a field goal. This is clutch time. I mean, this is big boy football. This is fourth quarter. This is what the term, you want to talk about the word clutch? This is clutch. Jonathan Adams, of course, in my opinion, whenever they were on defense, I think he is the best player on the field. Whenever Arkansas State's on offense and K-State was on defense, K-State has some talent in the backfield. It has some talent in the secondary. There's no doubt about that. Jonathan Adams, though, fantastic player. I think he's a mismatch entirely for just about anybody on that defense. So the play I picked was, again, 28-31, 44 seconds left, 2nd and 15. What's the quarterback's name? I got it. Lance Hatcher. Lance Hatcher? Yeah,
they played with two quarterbacks. It's Hatcher, and I think the other guy's named Bonner.
Yeah, but Lane I think it was Bonner, but Lane was the one that was sort of had a little bit more pocket presence. On this play, it's a very simple concept. We have, let me find my pen. Where's my pen? I need my pen. Can you see the play on your side, Spencer?
I can. You haven't started it yet, though.
Awesome. Here we go. So we got Jonathan Adams over here. He's just going to go straight. He's going to run a post, and then he's going to come inside right here. K-State is in a nickel, so they're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got two safeties. They got the two cornerbacks, and then of course they have their they have two safeties, three cornerbacks. Then they have their two linebackers. And we have their four up front. As this plays out. What's going to happen here, let me fast forward a little bit. And actually, I'm just going to play it in full first. Let me go ahead and actually play it. Let me erase everything. Erase. Where's my eraser? There we go. Erase all ink.
I watched most of the. I think I watched most of this game. Well, no, I didn't. I watched the end of this game, and they just played great. And I had watched Arkansas State. I had watched them against Memphis, and they looked good. So
yeah, no doubt.
I'm trying to find the other quarterback's name for you right now.
Yeah, please do. But anyways, what was interesting about this play, and what I thought was just so fantastic about it, was again, Jonathan Adams is just incredibly talented. He's he's a mismatch here on the outside. So as he's going to run this route, right? So it shows it better in this angle. Let me come up over here. Okay, so they're in this nickel package. They're running a bit of a zone. So basically, they're each trying to cover a portion of the field. And then what's going to happen here? Let me go ahead and get my pin again. All right. Jonathan Adams is going to go. He's going to turn inside. The tight end is also going to go straight, and he's going to turn inside. What's going to happen is that this guy here on the outside, this cornerback, is one-on-one with Jonathan Adams. The only reason that he's going to get this ball is if he stays one-on-one. The problem is K-State, from their perspective, they can get him 2-on-1, but this free safety has to go left here. He does not. What happens is, as I play this out, the tight end is going to turn inside. The linebacker is going to lose him, and then suddenly this safety has to come down. He doesn't want Jonathan. He doesn't want this tight end to cross his line of sight, so he comes down. And then at this point, it's just as simple as having good pocket presence like Lane Hatcher did, and he throws the ball right over the top. And then boom, there it is. What should have happened here for K-State's perspective, because I think they ran the right play, I think what should have happened is this cornerback here, this safety right here needs to help. If he goes back and they double team Jonathan Adams, it does leave the tight end open for just a moment. If it would fast forward for
tight end's always open.
It would leave the tight end open for just a moment here, but what this safety over here is doing is he's concerned. He doesn't want, if anybody breaks out here and starts running, he has to cover his zone. This is what I was talking about earlier, how the Big 12 typically runs that zone defense. If this was man, it would have been one-on-one. In this case, he has to cover his zone. So there's no way he's going to run across the field and make this play. But if he does, if he realizes, if he can read Lane Hatcher's eyes and he does come across, this could be a play where maybe it doesn't happen. But more or less, what happened is that they were able to isolate Jonathan Adams on the outside. He's a big boy. He goes up and gets it. And that's on a 2nd and 15 whenever they were really trying to play safe to keep the field goal from happening, or keep it at least to a field goal because they were already in field goal range. But fantastic play. I was very impressed. Just honestly by the pocket presence and by the confidence of Lane Hatcher to just go up and let his guy take care of business.
Yeah. And the other quarterback's name is Logan Bonner. I knew his last name was Bonner. I couldn't think of his first name. But yeah, dude, Arkansas State played fantastically this past week.
Absolutely, yeah. I was very impressed.
And I was impressed with them too. Impressed with the Sun Belt as a whole. And the Sun Belt has always been one of those conferences. They have teams that you've heard about. They have, especially being from the area of the country we are, we've heard of ULL and UL Monroe.
Yes.
And everybody's heard of Appalachian State at this point. If you're a Power 5 team, don't schedule them week 1 because they will mess your life up.
No.
Don't do it. Michigan learned the hard way. Tennessee and Penn State almost learned the hard way.
And you have to think about it. You have to think about it as well. By the way, Trey, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I've been working on it. I've been learning film a little bit. Spencer, I know it was kind of lagged for you. You didn't get to see it in real time as I was talking, so you may have gotten lost. But I appreciate that, Trey. I've been working really hard to sort of understand film.
I watched that play, so I knew exactly. Yeah. I didn't analyze it the way you did, but I knew what play you were talking about.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, and the bottom line is too, is I think the psychology behind it is that these teams come in and they have nothing to lose, right? Like if they win this game, they have everything to gain. The other team, whoever the home team is, whoever is hosting this little, so-and-so school, they have everything to lose. If they lose this game, even if they don't blow them out, that is embarrassing. That's a lot of pressure. It causes mistakes. It causes misreads. It causes not following your instincts, whereas the other team can just play. Now, in a lot of cases, the team is good. They take care of business, which is why you don't see Alabama just mess around and have an ugly Saturday 11 a.m. But
they did against the Citadel 2 years ago.
Yeah, but they made the adjustment.
That was the only ugly game they've had against a lower conference team in forever, and it was beautiful.
It was an anomaly. It was something for sure.
Yeah, it was because anyway, you don't. Citadel, speaking of the Citadel, they play number 1 Clemson this week, and I don't expect them to do the same thing they did to Alabama. But yeah, it's these teams, I think a lot of the thing has to do with there are certain states that are allowing, because of COVID, they're allowing practice, they're allowing gatherings, and other states aren't.
Yeah,
And so
look at Navy and how
teams were
they
more-
hadn't tackled yet.
They
What
got
happened to them?
Yeah, they didn't live tackle until the other night, and BYU beat the brakes off of.
Yeah, Trey, just so you know, man, that might be something that might blow your mind a little bit, is that Navy was unable to practice the way, they were unable to tackle until the first game. So they were sloppy, like they were letting plays go left and right.
BYU ran all over them. Now, I'm not taking anything away from BYU by saying that Navy didn't tackle, because you still have to play the game. But BYU was way more prepared, and their quarterback Zach Thomas, he's cool. They call him the the Mormon Johnny Manziel.
Is that really what they call him?
Yeah, because he runs around kind of. Another quarterback that wears number 1, which I love, because for those of you that don't know, BYU is Brigham Young University, is a Mormon aligned university.
They upset Texas not too long ago. No, I may say not too long ago. It was like 2007.
Not 2007. It was like 2014 when Taysom Hill was there.
Oh yeah, it was a little bit later, wasn't it?
Yeah, Taysom Hill was a beast in college, but he tore his ACL against the same team like 3 years in a row. It was ridiculous. I don't even remember what the team was, but every time he went to play them, it was Utah State. Every time he played Utah State in college, he would tear his ACL. And now look what he's doing with the Saints.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man.
Yeah, I hope he takes over when Drew Brees retires. There's a lot of people that don't like Taysom Hill. I think he's awesome.
I got no problem with him. I mean, right now he seems to be a very situational. Like, they don't even want him really to throw. They basically have him come in and he'll run up the side or run up the middle or something. He's a big body. He gets yards. Good. Yeah, I mean, he's like Cam Newton, but without like the Cam Newton arm. So they're just like, okay, yeah. They just throw him in. They're like, all right, go get these yards real quick. And then sometimes they'll throw him when you least expect it, when he'll just has like a little rollout and he'll just have to toss it in for a couple yards.
But he can actually throw. They just don't ask him.
Mm-hmm. Who knows? I'm not sure what their future is with him.
I don't know.
But hey, man.
I mean,
do you want to
Teddy Bridgewater go to the the Panthers?
Mm-hmm. My guy, do you want to talk about some games?
Let's do it, man.
Would you like to discuss some games we're going to see tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow. I have a few here on our list, so let me know if there's any other ones you wanna grab off the schedule.
Well, why don't you just open them, and then I'll just tell me one, and we'll start going with that. And if I happen to hop in with the one that's not on the list, actually, here's your list. I see it now. There it is.
Yeah. We got number 19 Louisiana Lafayette, newly ranked number 19 Louisiana Lafayette, going to Atlanta to play Georgia State. Who you got in this one, Daryl?
First of all, let me click the right damn button here. It's an 11 a.m. game. They're going to Georgia State. They're coming off a big win. I like their... honestly, man, I just like this team. They're physical. Georgia State is yet to see... Yeah, Georgia State is yet to see a live game. I'm taking I'm taking Louisiana probably by... I give them
3
10.
touchdowns.
I give them 10.
I give them 21. Yeah. I mean, this may not be the same Georgia State team that upset Tennessee last year, but I think, this is a Sun Belt Conference game because we're on like only conference schedules this year. So this is a Sun Belt Conference game, but yeah, I think the Raging Cajuns are going to handle business. I think Levi Lewis is going to have another excellent game. I like Louisiana's offense. I'm definitely buying a T-shirt, a Raging Cajuns T-shirt. I like their color scheme. I like their font. Their font is great.
They got a pretty nice little font.
Yeah, their quarterback wears number 1 and throws left-handed. You gotta love that.
You gotta love it. You love to see that. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
that is a stereotypical, just beautiful. Let me take a look. What else do you have on here? We got South Florida at number 7, Notre Dame. What you gonna see from this one, my guy?
Notre Dame is number 7, but let me tell you, you may not. I'm not saying South Florida is going to win this game because Notre Dame is probably going to win this game. But Notre Dame, you struggled with Duke last week. Do not overlook South Florida. Duke was hanging with them, and they only beat them by 14, like 2 touchdowns? It was 27-13. Duke was hanging around. They were playing defense. Do not overlook South Florida. South Florida gets some athletes.
Yeah, I mean, I will give it credit.
I still think Notre Dame will win this game. I'm going to give them by 10. But do not overlook South Florida. I don't think this is like cut and dry as Louisiana and Iowa State was last week. But do not overlook South Florida, Notre Dame, because this is 2020. You might get bit in the ass if you do.
People out here getting exposed, man. If there was an upset that's going to happen this weekend, I don't think it's this one.
I don't think it's this one either.
I like Notre Dame here. I think that South Florida if South Florida gets the ball first, they may very well come out and score. But I really think it gets nipped in the bud then. I think Notre Dame comes right back. I think it might be hot for a minute, like, oh snap, South Florida has the lead. And then here comes Notre Dame. I'm taking Notre Dame. Give me the Irish by 17. I got about
definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely taking Notre Dame in this one. But just, this is a season where anything can happen. So
that's right, man.
And from week 1, we've already seen it. I just saw it pop up the percentages. Doesn't give South Florida the best chance, but I still think Notre Dame wins this game. They're going to be in South Bend, but there's no crowds. I think that's another thing that's going to play a factor. There are people in the stands, but it's not the same. Like when we talk about this, it's not the same atmosphere.
It's removing extraneous factors, man. It is just the football field at this point.
Yeah.
And that is an interesting thing to think about.
You got to get back to X's and O's and Jimmy's and Joe's.
That's right. Absolutely. Tell me, does the Citadel have any chance at upsetting Clemson at home?
No, they don't. Clemson's at home. Clemson's really good. Clemson's number 1 for a reason.
I think the real question is here, does Clemson win by more or less than 30?
I'm gonna say more. I'm gonna give them like 35. I'm gonna give them 5 touchdowns.
Honestly, no. I think they get either capped right at 30 or 27, and the reason for that is because the Citadel's offense is going to hog the ball, right? So
for sure,
they're gonna run. They're gonna run.
That flex bone option.
If they find a couple first downs, man, the game is going to be very short.
We could be talking. If this was any other year and it wasn't this era Clemson, and I knew the kind of offense the Citadel ran, I'd be looking at you saying we might be looking at the biggest upset of all time.
Right.
But it's this era of Clemson, so there's no chance.
Yeah, totally agree.
There's no chance at all.
I am at peace with my pick there.
I am too.
Hit me with one, man.
Tell me about number 14 UCF going on the road to play Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is coming. This is going to be UCF's first game. And Georgia Tech is coming off of a 3-point win against Florida State. I'm sorry, Will, if you're in the chat.
He's not, but if he watches this later, I'm sure he'll know.
If he watches later, Will, I'm sorry. I know Florida State's your team, and Notre Dame a little bit.
I'm sorry too, Will. I thought Sam Norvell was the answer, but
Mike Norvell, you mean?
Mike Norvell. So many damn Sams in football. Yes, Mike Norvell. Yeah. I thought he was the answer, and maybe he is.
I mean, this is his first year.
Yeah, he's got a lot to work with.
But, I mean, is Scott Frost the answer? Nebraska? Who knows? We ain't going to find out this year.
I know. He's not.
Is Texas back? No, they're not.
Look, man.
Will Texas ever be back? No, they won't.
What is it going to be, year 4, 5 for Tom Herman?
I think this is year 4 for Tom Herman.
Yeah,
is it?
This is the put up or shut up year because he's got all of his recruits now.
You got a Sugar Bowl win.
Sure.
You made a New Year's Six Bowl.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they beat Utah last year when Utah was supposed to have this crazy good defense, and they got exposed in their last 2 games of the season. Anyway,
but you know what it is in Austin. It's national championship or bust there. So.
Yeah, but they haven't been since 2009.
Yeah, and that's why they've been through like 4 or 5 coaches since then.
Yeah, I mean,
looking for success. Anyways, I'm taking Georgia State here. Georgia Tech here. Why do I always do that? I'm taking Georgia Tech here. UCF.
So many schools in Georgia.
For real. UCF, obviously very impressive. I think they obviously are the favorite here. Georgia Tech beating FSU could mean one of 2 things. Number one, it could mean that FSU truly is lacking in a lot of departments. It means that Mike Norvell needs more time. It
means FSU's missed the tying field goal. That's what it means.
Well, that is obviously a part of it as well. But the other thing could be that Georgia Tech actually is secretly good, and I'm kind of banking on that. I liked what I saw. Georgia Tech looks very solid.
I wish they still ran a triple option, but they don't know they've installed a new system. But that's fine because, like, you know,
it is what it is. If there's going to be an upset this week, this is the one I'm picking. I'm taking the Yellow Jackets. Give me Georgia State a win. Give me Georgia Tech State 27-24.
I agree with you about the score, but give me UCF 27-24.
Okay, all right.
I think this is going to be close. I think this game is going to be very good.
Yeah.
But give me UCF.
Nothing wrong with that.
They are on the
I respect
road.
it.
They are in it. They are in Atlanta. Another game happening in Atlanta on the same day.
But is it really home field advantage in this climate?
Not really, but they are. I don't know. Give me UCF. If they were in the bounce house, I'm taking UCF all day.
We need to talk about your recliner game this week.
Yeah, we do.
I'm really hyped for this. This is good.
Out of all the games this weekend, this is the one I'm the most excited about. We got number 23 Appalachian State going on the road to play Marshall. Watch this game. Put this game on, pop some popcorn, get a soda pop, and sit back and watch because this game is going to be fantastic. You got Marshall's true freshman quarterback Grant Wells coming off of a great performance 2 weeks ago. You got Appalachian State, historically good Sun Belt team. They're ranked again this year. They got a bunch of good players. This game is going to look like a Big 12 game. This is going to be throw it all over the yard, air it out, score a bunch of points. This is going to be a great game. Turn this game on. I'm looking at the stats right now. It says they're about even in their guessing who's going to win. Watch this game.
Yes.
This game is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, this is going to look like a Division II championship game. This is going to be a lot of talent. Again, like you said, there's going to be a lot of throwing the ball around. I think there's going to be I think there's going to be a lot of turnovers in this game, whether it be through
a lot of interceptions.
I have no way to know that. I have no real evidence for that. I just have a feeling there's going to be a lot of fumbling, a lot of interceptions. This game is going to be drama-full. Yeah, a lot of hard hits. Marshall plays usually very sound football, but you know how things are with App State. Things always get weird. I really, really am looking forward to this game, and I'm going to give Marshall the edge here because App State really struggled early on last week in their game. So give me Marshall here. I'm going 35-24. I think that they take off late. I think it's close all game until about the fourth late quarter, and then Marshall just takes off. Give me Marshall. Give me
Marshall. 49-42.
Okay, you're going really high.
I like App State. Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of points in this game. I like App State. I'm a big fan of App State. But this kid, Grant Wells, I'm telling you, he's going to be, because of the situation surrounding this year, this kid's going to be a household name by the end of the season. I'm excited about this. This is the most I've ever talked about Marshall football in my life. Except when that movie We Are Marshall came out, which go watch that movie. Fantastic movie. But yeah, this game's going to be amazing.
I mean, look, he spread it around a lot last week. He went 16 for 23, 307 yards, 4 touchdowns. Nothing super duper flashy, but again, they're a secure football team. What you see here, the most important stat, no interceptions. He didn't let go of the ball. He was able to keep drives alive. He was able to finish drives. I take Marshall here. App State, I think, has got a little bit better defense than EKU. So, yeah, this is going to be a fun game. Give me Marshall, but definitely pop some popcorn at 2:30 in the afternoon for this one.
Also, Marshall wears a beautiful shade of green on their uniforms. Their jerseys are
it's a lovely note. A lovely note, my man.
The Marshall Thundering Herd, another great mascot name.
First ranked matchup I believe that we have looked at this year.
Yes, sir.
We got number 17, the Hurricanes, and the Louisville Cardinals. Who you got?
Gameday's going to be in town. They're going to be in Louisville. Gameday's in Louisville for this one. First time Gameday's going to Louisville in a couple years. You get De'Aaron King coming off his good performance. I believe it was last Thursday when he made his debut for Miami. He wears number 1, which I'm all about that. I'm a big fan of De'Aaron King. Like I said in the past, I'm a bit of a University of Houston fan, so I like De'Aaron King. I'm glad he's doing good in Miami. But this Louisville team is dangerous. They got their quarterback is good. They got good receivers. They got good running backs. I like the way De'Aaron King played, but if this was neutral site or in Miami, I'd say Miami. But because they're in Louisville, give me Louisville.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of. I'm also a big fan of De'Aaron King. But my problem with him, and I think my problem with Miami overall, my problem with Miami pretty much any time I ever bet on them, is that they never seem to do enough. They're very solid on defense. They're able to hang in there in games, but it's been a long time since I've seen the Hurricanes just pull away and just dominate a game entirely.
They did beat Louisville by a bunch last year. It was like 52-27. But
yeah.
Give me Louisville this year. I think Louisville is a dark horse for the ACC championship. I seriously believe that. We could talk North Carolina, we could talk Notre Dame, we could talk Clemson, but I think Louisville is going to be in the conversation once we get toward the end of the season. So watch out. Give me Louisville by like a touchdown. I think give me Louisville 28-21.
I like Louisville here as well. I do think it's close. I don't think if Miami wins this, again, I don't see them pulling away like they did last year. I'm going to take Miami here. I like De'Aaron King. Like I said, I don't see them pulling away and doing anything crazy here. My problem with Cunningham and with Louisville is that the ball security doesn't seem to be there as much. He has 343 yards. There's a lot of flash there, but I think Miami's defense is a lot better than we think it is. And of course, with the one pick right there, I'm going with give me Miami. Honestly, kind of just to be different than you, but I'm taking Miami here.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I always do, and they always let me down. So why not?
I mean, that game against Florida first week of last year was good, but it was also hot garbage.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, so you want to give me one more, Daryl? I think we talked about all the ones I got on my list.
I think we did, my guy. Let me grab us one more. We got.
I don't know if there's any crazy exciting games happen tomorrow.
Well, we need a bottom of the barrel game before we wrap up.
We do. I don't know if. Let's see. Let me go to the schedule real quick and find one.
I got one for us.
It's going to be hard to find those this year because of the way things are.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I got one. I have a bottom of the barrel game for us.
All right.
Who you got? The 0-0 Troy Trojans against the 0-1 Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders.
Troy, all the way.
Troy, all the way, huh? Okay, yeah, I understand that.
I like their uniforms. They wear Adidas. They unveiled some new smoke uniforms 2 weeks ago. Give me Troy. Plus, they beat LSU 3 years ago. LSU's homecoming at home. So, give me Troy.
Mad respect. I feel it. To be different, I'll go with Middle Tennessee. I'll take the underdog here.
Blue Raiders. Look at their mascot. It's a horse with wings.
Ooh. Hold on a minute. Blue Raiders.
They play in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And yes, there's the proper amount of R's in that Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I'm gonna say it one more time. Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
What is this? Hold on. They didn't really name they didn't really name this place, did this?
Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Murfreesboro, bro.
It's like I'm gonna quote the John Mulaney joke. There was this old Confederate general, and they're like, "Pappy, we gotta name the town," and he was dying from gunshot wounds, eating a bowl of mashed potatoes, and he was like, Murfreesboro.
What joke is this? Where did you hear this?
John Mulaney, go look it up. I'm serious. I'll send you the link.
Well, this is a quaint little town. Hold on a minute. Look at this.
Murfreesboro.
Yeah, I got it. You said it 20 times. I got it. Murfreesboro. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, I'm taking these boys. I think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna win it. They're gonna do it.
This looks like R's in that word.
This looks like just a straight
I'm
up.
not saying it again, Daryl. Don't let me.
Please don't. This looks like a straight up high school mascot logo. This is maybe I regret it. Whatever. I regret my decision.
I see you in the chat.
Jack.
What's up, Jack?
Jack is here. My
Jay
guy.
likes my beard. I like your beard too, Jack. But yeah,
Is
Middle
he? Oh, there he
Tennessee
is.
State, I like their uniforms.
Jack, what's going on, my guy? Glad you made it. We're about to wrap up, but we're here. Well, Spencer, do you have a uniform of the week? That's the one
I
segment we're
have
missing.
3 actually.
God damn. Okay.
There was one I was gonna save for next week, but I'm too hype about it. I gotta talk.
You know we have more shows. You don't have to do it all this week. You don't have to blow your load
I'm
right
talking
now.
about. No, I'm gonna save the one I was gonna do. There's one for next. I'm super excited. I want to talk about it so much, but I'm gonna save it for next week.
Okay.
For when they're actually gonna wear them.
The
I have
big
2
week.
this week. Yeah, North Texas is wearing some throwback uniforms. They're like all white with like this this cool like green logo on them. It's like a Kelly green and black from like the 70s era. They're honoring somebody. Last name is Fry, I believe.
Ooh. You said they're all white?
And they're all white. It should be.
Give me a link, bro. Get the Discord open?
Give you a link. Yeah, I'll go find it real quick.
Daddy
Yeah,
needs a link.
I think they're honoring someone this week with those.
I'm searching
last name
Google.
was Fry.
I'm searching Google Images and I cannot find.
University of North
I found a picture of Tony
Texas.
Romo though.
Football throwback uniforms 2020. Let's see if
Are you just gonna Google it? That's what I'm doing. What? I thought you had like a Twitter link or something.
No, I don't have a Twitter link. I should have given it to you.
This is like a 2013 article. Are you making this up? I don't think that you got it.
I'm not making this up.
Send it to me in
I follow like every throwback uniform page. Hold on. Let me go check. Is it?
I can't do that.
Let me go check Uniswag. I gotta go check them.
No, I don't want that. Not right.
North Texas football throwback
You did or you did not find it?
uniforms 2020 Uniswag. Not that. I can't find it, but they're really good.
do they even exist?
Yes,
Did
they
you make
exist.
this
I
up?
just saw them
Oh,
on Instagram earlier.
I think I found them. Yeah,
Did you find them?
I got it. Here we go. Ooh, let me turn this down. Has the music down. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Yo. That's icy. I like those. You're going to see it in a minute, Spencer. But yeah, you've already seen them. That is nice.
Yeah. The page you were just on kind of spoiled the one I was going to show you. But yeah, these are.
I feel like that meme where they're like, "Is that a Supra?" and the guy like sprays his glasses and like wipes them off. These are clean, my guy. I like this.
Yeah, they're really good. I like those a lot. And then the next one I have.
That is
they're playing
butter
SMU.
smooth.
I think SMU's gonna win that game, but that logo
so
is
too.
great. That little music note logo.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
Talking about Georgia, they unveiled some 1980s throwback uniforms with some new stripes on the shoulders, red pants. So you can go to either like Uniswag on Twitter, or you can go to.
Sorry, I was so mesmerized by the last uniform, I didn't even think to look. Whose is it?
Georgia. And they also unveiled some black jerseys. They have a new number font, and the collar has the spikes on it, like their shoulder pads that they put on when they get a turnover, and like a dog collar. They look really, really clean, really sharp. And I really like the new font on the black jerseys because their current font bothers me a lot. It's like a bubble font. It's just go to this all the time, Georgia, on these black jerseys. You'll look crispy.
Oh, we got the trailer playing right now.
Got the trailer
At
playing
least we
right
should.
now.
Yeah, we do. Cool.
Good. These look really good. I like these a lot.
You said they have like dog collars on them?
Yeah, look at the black jerseys.
Oh, there's black variations. Oh my god,
Look at
these
the
look
black.
so
Look
much
at the
better.
collar of the black jersey.
These look sensual, my guy.
Yeah, they really do. And they're throwing it back to the last time Georgia won a national championship, which was 1980.
Yeah.
So.
And it ain't gonna be this year either.
It ain't gonna be this year either.
They're cursed, bro. They're like the Cowboys, but of the. Wait a minute.
SEC.
That collar, though.
That collar, that collar on those black jerseys. That's the best. Right now, that's the best just black jersey in football. There's a lot of good ones, but that collar is. Georgia doesn't wear black jerseys that often, but they need to keep these around because they look really, really good.
This might make me want to be a Georgia fan.
Yeah, it's hype. And because we're talking about, I'm gonna do it. I can't wait no more, Daryl.
No, save it, my guy. Have a little damn discipline. That is a nice edit. I don't know how they did that.
That's
Actually,
really
yes,
good.
I do.
Yeah, I'm looking at the video you popped up, but that collar, it's so clean.
Spencer, we may have to cut this podcast off because I need to go change my pants after that. I'm a changed man after seeing that.
Yeah, those they look really good. So, but yeah, I'm a hold off until next week on the ones I'm really excited about, because I'm also really excited about the game where these jerseys are going to be worn. So, it's going to be a good one because of the teams involved in said game.
Well, please do not disclose those teams because, as you know, that would be a spoiler.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. For those watching right now, for those who watch the replay. When I looked at the screen when Daryl was looking for North Texas's uniforms, I saw a snippet of the ones I want to talk about. It's hidden in the sidebar. I saw it. So if you find it, don't tell anybody and wait until next week when I tell you about them. But it's there.
Yes, sir.
I want to see it. So,
look, man, I could honestly go do that right now, but I don't think I'm going to because I want to be surprised. I'm just ready. I love this segment so much. I'm hyped about this.
Because I get to talk about my arguably first or second favorite thing about college football, which is the uniforms. It's either uniforms or conference realignment.
Yeah, pretty much. And I just get to sit here and do like the Looney Tunes thing where I'm like, wah, wah, wah,
Yeah.
Just really enjoy myself.
And I follow all of the uniform pages. I get updates when teams change companies and stuff like that. So, speaking of changing companies,
the hell are we going with this? What kind of segue is this?
The Temple Owls, University of Temple. We may have talked about this like months ago, but they had a contract with Under Armour to do their uniforms, and then they just dropped them. Like Under Armour just dropped Temple out of nowhere. So now Temple's with Nike.
There's got to be more to it than that. There's got to be something behind the scenes.
It's deeper than that, but that's basically what happened. Is they were with Under Armour. The Under Armour was like, "Nah, bruh, I'm out," and canceled the rest of their contract, and now they're with Nike.
It just freaking Irish goodbye them, just like left and didn't say anything.
Basically.
Well, all right then.
I think that's what happened because they were with Under Armour for a long time, and now they're with Nike. But that's just random uniform news. We're at the end of the show, and we gotta have something to talk about. So.
Well, this was a good show, man. I had a lot of fun. What about you?
You got a song you want the people to listen to this week?
A song?
It's one of our recurring segments, Song of the Week.
Song of the Week.
Whatever song you pick, I'm gonna go put on a playlist. There is a playlist on Spotify, the Gameday Breakfast. I personally made the playlist. Go listen to it if you want to get hyped up to watch football games on Saturdays. Go watch that playlist.
Man, I feel like I
watch them, not watch the playlist. Go listen to this.
Go
playlist.
Watch the music.
Go watch the music. Do you have synesthesia? Go watch the music.
Okay. Go drink a lot of caffeine until you can see sounds, and then observe as the voices.
Go brew your coffee
guitars.
with Red Bull and then come talk to me.
Just put it straight in the grinds and then brew it that way. That's powerful.
Filter your coffee with Red Bull, and then come tell me what the number yellow sounds like.
Okay, actually I have a song. If you're watching this and you are a football fan but not an anime fan, that's okay. But you need to go listen to a song called You Say Run, which is from My Hero Academia. Spencer, I don't know if you've ever heard this song or not, but it's called You Say Run.
I will definitely listen to it though.
It's a song that goes with everything. It is fantastic. I'm just going to play it just real quick.
I was going to tell you to.
That's
did
my
ESPN
song.
Pick a song this year? Because they pick a song every year. Last year was that song by The Score, which I love.
Yes. Also, I'm playing that song.
That's going to be my song, is Can't Stop Me Now by The Score. It was ESPN's theme song last year. That song still gets me hyped every time I listen to it. And speaking of songs from last year, I know I talked about this song. Go listen to Let Go by Judah and the Lion.
That song changes me. Every time I hear it, I grow a little bit.
I don't listen to it. And if I'm not doing anything where I need to be excited, I'm not listening to that song.
I save it. I save it for when
because I
I
don't
need
want to ruin
it.
the magic.
Exactly.
There's certain songs you can listen to over and over again, and they'll sound the same.
I am
But that
so
song-
glad you understand that. Because Callie loves song, like she hears songs she likes and she will listen to it on repeat. I can't do that. I have to let it rest, otherwise it'll
Certain
ruin the song
songs,
for me.
certain songs I can do that with. Other songs I can't. And
Yeah,
Let
I
Go
can't do
by
any
Judah and
songs
the
like that.
Lion is like so. But yeah,
I'm
this was
playing
a
You
fun
Say right
show.
now.
We got a fun week of college football ahead of us.
Yes, sir, we do.
I hope you guys are liking the new format. I know we've only had like 2 or 3 people in the chat. I hope
That's
you
gonna
like the new
change.
format. Yeah, you get to see us Friday nights. This is where we're gonna be. Hopefully, we're not delayed by my dog running off again. So
Welcome-
Yeah, this is what it's gonna be. Welcome to the Game Day Dinner Prod.
The Friday night shit show. It's you, it's me, and probably 1 or 2 other people. And we're gonna burn the fucking house down.
Yeah. So, but
Well, hey, man,
this
I had
is-
a
this
lot
is
of
what
fun.
it is. I had a lot of fun too. We should do this more often.
We should do this more often, and in fact, I think we will, as a matter of fact. Well, my guy,
So
be good.
All right, I will. For those of you who are fans of sports content creators, 2 of mine and Daryl's favorites are Flimlo Raps and KTO. They just started a podcast called Sports Therapy. They talk about all kinds of sports. I saw a clip from it where KTO, if you need some motivation to do anything in your life, here it is. KTO is one of the biggest sports YouTubers on YouTube right now. He's got like 600, 700,000 subscribers. He was talking to Flimlo on the podcast. He said for the first 25 videos he made, he didn't even have a computer. He would go to his friend's house, borrow his friend's computer, and sleep on his couch and edit for 2 or 3 days straight, and then upload his videos. But you're still sitting on your couch not editing, and you got a damn MacBook. What are you doing? I'm talking to myself right now. What are you doing?
That is so inspiring.
What's that college commercial? You sit on the couch and your life is passing you by. Do it. KTO did it without a computer, and he's big right now.
Follow your dreams,
Go
man.
do it. Follow your dreams. Don't let
deserve-
your dreams
Be
dreams.
memes. That's- okay. Let's. I had some advice too, but I'm gonna end it on that. That's a pretty. We said it at the exact same time. My guy, be good. I will talk to you next week. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and we will see you next Friday.
Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
See y'all next week.